So this is the first installment of my video series calligraphy tips, and I'll be primarily talking about italic calligraphy in this series. And so let's begin. So first things first, for calligraphy you need a calligraphy pen. In the market you get lots of calligraphy sets, and those are basically fountain pens whose nibs are flat, and they're okay for a start. For practice also, that's fine, but then they have restricted ink flow, and for also there are flat tip markers available in the market. They produce soft lines, and metal nibs produce sharp lines, so that's the difference. So I prefer, for serious calligraphy, I mean anybody will prefer dip nibs. So for a dip nib, it is a combination of a holder and a nib. So this is the wooden holder. You also get plastic holders by Speedball. Those are a little cheaper, but then wood is, this is sturdy, this is nice, this is pretty durable. It has a nice girth to it. It feels pretty solid, and then it lasts long. I mean, this is 7 years old and it's still the same. This is by Francesco Rubinato, and you get with manuscript calligraphy sets also, round hand calligraphy sets also, you get these holders in a bunch of colors. So so that's the holder, and then you have the metal nibs. These are all flat tip nibs, and this is the Browse Banzag. This is the Leonard round hand, and this one is the Leonard 8mm folded nib. So these metal nibs are great for italic calligraphy. They are also great for unshell. So as I do italic, so I use these extensively. My favorite is the Browse Banzag. It comes in, I mean, I've talked about these nibs in pretty much detail in my previous videos of calligraphy tools. So you can, I'll put the link in the description, and then you can just have a look. So these are the nibs, and the advantage with dip nibs is that you have a lot of control over the ink flow. The ink flow is rich, you get sharp lines, you can play with loads of colors. Once it's a dip nib, you can, you know, just go wild. You have a very extensive choice of papers and inks and colors, things like that. So the other thing is ink. So you can start with basic, the cheapest one is Parker Quink. It comes at 50 rupees, 50, 55 or 60, I don't know, but last time I bought it was at 50. So current market price I don't remember. So that is for a start. It's great ink, nice viscosity. I love the richness. It is great for practice purposes also. Then if you want, there are other options also, like some better inks like Mont Blanc, and then you have the Schaefer Script, and then, you know, Edelstein, Pelikan Edelstein, all these inks. You have loads of color options, you can play with them, but then these are all fountain pen inks, and they do dissolve in water, so it's that. And then also you can mix inks, you can create colors, so there are loads of options with these inks. And then you have gouache. Gouache is basically watercolor which dries very quickly, and it is very it is very rich, very saturated. You can make your own inks with these. I mean, you can't store in a bottles, but then on a palette you can just mix with water, and to the viscosity, you can set the viscosity to your liking, and then it's very easy to play with colors with these gouache. It comes in, I mean, numerous colors. You can mix colors, you can use brush, you can use point nibs with these. So it's very, it gives you lots of freedom with that. So let's keep these aside, and then the final thing is the paper. For practice, any paper will work, but then when you want some serious calligraphy, you don't want your work to be spoiled by feathering and bleeding. Feathering means when you write, ink just spreads, and then bleeding is the ink goes through the paper to the other side. So this paper that I'm holding over here, this one is by Built. This is called bulky artist paper by Built. It is 100 GSM sheet, A3 size. You get in A4 size also. It comes in pad form. This is one option. Then you have very nice papers by Fabriano. Fabriano makes papers and pads and sheets, A4 size, A3 size. So those are all for very serious calligraphy if you want to make some great artwork. This is this A3 size. It comes at around 250 rupees to 280 rupees by Built, and you also get by Neil Gaggan and all those brands around in the market. So they are cheap and affordable. This can also be used for some serious work. Like, do I have something over here? Okay, like these. So I used glass ink, glass paint on this. So it holds, this paper holds this ink. You see there's no bleeding. There's no bleeding on the other side. The impression is of glass ink, but then this is gouache. It doesn't bleed. It gives a nice texture. And then you have this is also gouache. I love gouache. And then there's something like this. So this is all ink. This is ink, and then this part is gouache. This part is gouache. So you have a lot of freedom when it comes to dip nibs and inks. So that's it. And feel free to leave comments, ask questions. Always ready to help. Alright, so take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Salam.